Okay, here we are about to do a rappel down into this huge sinkhole. I'm gonna try to video it. Woohoo!
There goes David over the edge.
All right, Caitlin's on her way down. Caitlin's the very top coming down. This is absolutely beautiful. Look at this view. That wasn't Caitlin, that was David. I recognize him by his ultras. How'd you like it?
Great.
Pretty cool?
Go, Caitlin! Whoop, 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 whoop.
Okay, now I believe it's Caitlin. She has ultras, same as Dave. That's her dangling. I would say maybe this is 200 feet, 150 minimum. Really cool. Sun's coming in through the crack over here. Just a beautiful rappel right into a canyon.
Woo! Oh my god! Oh my god! Whoa! Ah!
How was it? Wow! Look at that
That was
face.
incredible.
Permagrin.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem, good luck.
Thanks. Look at that. That's where we're going, way down there.
All right, Andrea's just coming down. She's right up there. Just left the cliff. She's got the view of the sun coming through the crack.
Swan, look down there. So beautiful. So cool. Cool. Here comes David. Okay, we're gonna get wet. I don't want to swim. I know, it's so cold. Ugh. What am I doing the freaking? You're gonna have to go in. Oh, that was good. That's quite the splits I'm doing. To stay dry a little bit longer.
Through that crack, you can see the light where the hitting the ropes where we came from, but we're climbing up these waterfalls and basically just going up the canyon.
Pretty cool. Oh yeah, it's getting deep. Whew. Oh, it's cold. This is so cool. Yeah. Whoa, it's deep.
Alright, so we just came up through the bottom of the canyon section. We're coming in here, you can see the waterfall over there. But they've got lines set up to Jumar all the way up through that crack up there. Each person's got to do it themselves with their backpack. So it's hard, it's heavy. It's not something that they told us we needed to do. So so basically we couldn't train on it, or we didn't train on it because we didn't think it would be part of the race. So it's real interesting to see how teams are doing. You see him Jumaring up right there.
So David's on Jumar first, making it happen. Pretty challenging.
Alright, Caitlin is up climbing, she's in the cavern section where now she's going to be pushing off of a wall using the Jumar. She's pretty high up, almost going to be out of it here in just a minute. It's a lot of work to get up there with a backpack.
Okay, but we need to check out the log, okay? Your Jumar? No, the Jumar, no, the Jumar with the face.
So I'm starting to get the hang of it. Thought I'd show you Chip down there. That's where I'm going.
Alright, Andrea's up there, Jumaring up. She's almost up to the overhang. She's doing a great job. This is super hard. She's waving.
Look at Chip. Doing it like a pro. Well done.
Pretty cool. All right.
You're not through yet. It's really muddy right there. All right, now we just hike out of here. Whoop.
What the heck did you just do?
Well, we just finished the canyon and it was so cool. We hiked to a rappel and then we canyoneered up to a big waterfall where there were ropes fixed for us to Jumar up to the top. And that's the first time we've Jumared. And you could tell, at least on my part, I made it look hard. And it was hard, especially getting up over the lip at the top. And yeah, I had to adjust my foot loops in mid-rope because, I don't know, it just feels like the dynamics of it just work best. There's like an optimal length for everything, for both of your ascenders and your foot loops. So that was a little frustrating getting the hang of it. I wished we'd been able to practice, but sure was fun and beautiful. What did you think, Chip?
I thought it was really nice seeing 3 other people do it, and then I could get it dialed in so that I didn't have to adjust anything on the way up. But unfortunately, David went first, and his whole rig was not the right size, so it took him a little longer because it just wasn't set up properly. But either way, Caitlin learned from him, Andrew learned from Caitlin, and I learned from all of them. And
Chip took my mandatory gear for me. Thank God.
Yeah, my pack was a little heavy. It's okay. But either way, it was beautiful, it was a lot of fun, it was very unique, and one of the highlights of the race.
So Chip's giving me a little assist up the hill. Ugh, it's pretty nice.
Elevator up.
Look at those pretty flowers. We're back to our stuff.
Yeah, the sun was coming right through and everything, it was beautiful. And then Andrew's getting interviewed by the film crew. So there's a weird bug attached to David's head.
That extra weight, get
It's
it
a
off.
Starving
Extra weight.
brain sucker.
Get that weight off.
Get that weight off. We're going fast. So how'd you like the canyon?
I mean, it was just one of those things you only get to do when you're doing a race like this, honestly. Like, you go to some canyon that no one ever goes to and rappel down and then climb up the river to the waterfall and then Jumar up a rope. I mean, it's crazy. Crazy, crazy experience.
And we had no idea that was coming. This was
No.
all a surprise.
No. Yeah, we had to learn how to Jumar one day before the race. And it was a little bit of a challenge, not gonna lie. With a backpack, climbing up a rope. Yeah.
And all your
So-
rig being the wrong size for your body.
Yeah.
Did that have anything to do with it?
Well, I don't know. Or maybe that we're 48 hours into a race and we've already been exerting ourselves to the max, so that could have been something to do with it too.
Well, I appreciated you being the guinea pig because then I was able to get my rig set up perfectly and it was right sized for my body. But so cool.
So we had just a wee bit of a problem that we have solved, but do you want to say what happened, Chip?
Yeah, I guess so. So I was reconfiguring my backpack, which took a little bit of time because I had stuffed everything in a dry bag for the canyoneering section. And I was rushing, and it took me a little longer than expected. And then, of course, they had this big bag of scratch and water, and so we knew it was going to be like 100 degrees walking. So I was like, I'm going to fill my water bottle, I'm going to put 2 scoops of scratch. And then the media descended on us. And so the team started walking and talking to the camera. I got my scratch bottle filled, and I was like, I gotta catch up, right? You're supposed to be within 100 meters, and they're walking down the road. So I grabbed my little scratch thing, and I started running after them. I left the dang maps on the table right there with the scratch lady.
Wah, wah.
Wah, wah, wah. But good news is, what was in the map case, David has a secondary backup, because we've got 2 sets of maps, and there was only a couple maps in there. So it's not like we had the entire race course maps in there. It was just this leg. It's a bike leg. It's a beautiful day. So we'll just work together on this set of maps while we're riding, and then problem goes away in the next TA where we get the rest of the maps.
It took us just a couple minutes of panic to just sort out to make sure that we had all the CPs on the maps that we had to take us to the next TA where we get the next set of maps. So really no harm, no foul. We do have to make sure Chip does not feel rushed while he is in a rush. Because we are racing. We just left the TA at 10:55. We've got a downhill. Hopefully will be fun. Gonna treat it with some respect though, because roads are not perfect. So we're gonna come up on a town and we're talking about the things we hope to get to buy at the tienda. So Chip said he wants tuna fish and yogurt. What else did you say? Sardines.
Fish with salsa.
Tuna fish with salsa.
Sardines in the marinara sauce.
And sardines and marinara.
Yogurt with
Yep.
corn chips. And potato chips with ketchup.
And potato chips with ketchup.
Salsa de tomate.
You'd be surprised at the things you're excited to eat. Look at that mountain range over there. And the horse on the side of the road. Wow. To go downhill again. Whee! How pretty that is. Wow.
Ok.
Y una con la antepierna.
Otro con la antepierna. Vamos, póngale.
Esa es una salsa.
Ese es
We're eating hot food and drinking Pepsi.
And it's cold.
A street
Y
vendor.
más salsa.
Awesome.
Gracias.
This is golden. This is going to give us lots of energy for this
Do not
massive
get
climb.
sick. Yeah.
Do not get sick.
We need to keep it down.
We just found out from our great chef over here that the first teams passed through at midnight last night, which means, and they had to do a longer, because we got short
Longer
course.
distance.
So they're about 20 hours ahead of us, and we're about 50 hours in.
And this is
That's how
only
it
the top
goes.
team that stopped and had food. Yeah. Yeah. And this is where the hole is. Yeah.
We're biking up this mountain in this 100-degree heat, and a guy comes running out, handing us bags of pineapple juice.
Cold.
Cold. Delicious. So nice of him, for free, just to be friendly. Loved it. Ecuador is amazing.
Yes, the community has definitely embraced us.
Now this is a place to filter water. Beautiful little oasis.
Check it out. Why are these called the Andes Mountains?
This is becoming a community effort. The reason they call these the Andes is because you not only have to carry yourself up these mountains, you also have to carry yourself up here, and these bikes, and these pack rafts, and these rock climbing equipment, and these Pepsis, and these nuts! Wow.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Woo, thank you. That looks so good.
Got some.
Présteme los para llenarles para llenarles. Tiene botellitas para llenar las botellitas.
So this is the view we're waking up to. Wow. It is 5:52 p.m. We just had an hour and a half sleep. We're gonna cut our sleep into 2 tonight. This is our first hour and a half, and we'll get another hour and a half at some point, hopefully, but we found an ideal place and it really worked out. We did hear a team or two go by, but we have more sleep than they do. Maybe.
A little hard to see, but we got a sunset happening. This is our current situation. Biking up a massive hill. It's so steep that you have to push.
Yeah.
Imagine that in Ecuador.
For this leg, you can just use the bike without a chain. You just push it up and ride it down. That's all you do.
That's all you do.
For 160 kilometers or something like that.
Yeah.
Push it up a hill, ride it down the other side.
Yeah. It'd save a lot of weight if we
Yeah,
didn't
I
have to
know.
have a chain.
Get rid of the cassette, the chain.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's like one of them little kids' bikes. You don't even need pedals. You just
Exactly.
do the Flintstone thing.
Exactly.
All right, we are in the small town San Miguel de Cungay, and that was our CP. And then we are here with a bunch of teams. There's a tienda or store. Cold Cokes, and then there's a little restaurant serving food. And so now we've got hot food, which is really good.
Just go up one and then down the
Big calories. So my brakes
Okay, check this out. Wow. Chip's brakes are smoking.
I think all of our brakes. Let's look at yours. Yep.
Wow.
That is what it's like to come down a huge hill.
We've been going downhill on this dirt road for miles.
Here, go right.
So Chip is adjusting his brake levers because they were, you know, pushing all the way to the handlebar, just getting worn out with all these long downhills. Good thing he knows what he's doing.
Can you hold this?
Yeah.
That, and what's weird is it's like we got brand new brake pads and everything was adjusted before the race. It's just we've gone down so much elevation.
Yes.
And I'll show you here in a second. I'm gonna give you this next bowl. There you go. This little thing right here is what adjusts the lever, but a typical bike tool like this can't get to it. So I'm having to adjust it and then fit it to the bike to see how much lever I've got.
Yeah.
And then put it back on the bike.
Meanwhile, all of these bugs are loving us.
All right.
We are at a suspension bridge that's a CP, and Caitlin and David made it to the other side.
And Caitlin just took a fall. We're on
Yeah.
a very steep downhill, and so she got a chunk taken out of her forearm. But
So it's a good time for a little break.
man, she's
But it
tough,
would be
though.
nice if the freaking bugs would go away.
She was just like, "Give me the first aid kit, I'll be fine. We'll wrap this up."
Yeah, we took care of it. Alright, so turn up my light. Here's that suspension bridge. It's pretty long. That's interesting. Can't really see down there, but it sounds like a pretty neat river. You'd be surprised how hot it is down here.
All right, we are in the small town San Miguel de Cungay, and that was our CP. And then we are here with a bunch of teams. There's a tienda or store. Cold Cokes, and then there's a little restaurant serving food. And so now we've got hot food, which is really good.
Just go up one and then down the